Good afternoon. My name is Rodrigo Imaginário. I am IT Director of a university in Brazil. And today, I'm going to share with you our experience with adoption containers in Windows Server 2016. The University of Vila Velha is the biggest private university in our state. It has approximately over 18,000 students, more than 1,500 professors. We have 4 campi, 14 buildings, hospital, radio, TV channel, and more than 40 services running on the web to provide solutions and services for students and professors. In 2004, we created Fidelis, the main system of the university. Fidelis is the ERP education, which is responsible for all financial, academic, and administrative tasks for all the academic community life cycle. Since the beginning, we developed our system 100% web using .NET technology. Today, it's a compound of various modules and APIs, and integrated with many external systems like Moodle, TOTOS, Blackboard, Google, Office 365, and others. In the mid-2008, the university started to be searched by various different educational groups, higher education, high school groups, to see how our product works. Since then, Fidelis is offered as a product, as a service, and our network has today almost 175,000 students, 50,000 professionals, more than 350,000 parents for students, and more than 1,000 administrative users. Everything is running on the web, and now everything is running on Azure. During the last years, we have been through a lot of phases. First, we had our own data center with physical servers to host our system to our clients. Then we moved to virtualization, which was recognized by Microsoft as a worldwide case. In the last phase, we migrated to external data center and then to the cloud. First, we started to use AWS, but now we already use all our solution in Azure. About our development process, we have been working with continuous integration since 2004. And we move through various methodologies with XP, Lean, Kanban, and others. Our process is hosted only by open source solutions. We do not run it on TFS yet. We run it with many open source solutions like Mantis, Cruise Control, Subversion, and another GitHub, and another kind of solution. And we are trying to improve the process every day. Think on that. Since July 2016, we made some significant changes on Fidelis. We are focused now on create a microservice and improve our APIs. Why that? Because we need to create more agility to move and support our clients, but we would like to try to use containers already. The first phase, we just create a container and try to run our system without any code change, just to know if container is compatible with our solution. And our solution is running, some part of that is running .NET 3.5, some part 4 above. We are using UAR rewrite, we are using SSL, and you are using other things. We need to make sure that we can run our solution with any change of code on container. This is our phase 1. So we prepare this kind of script. This script we installed all the IIS features that we need. We enable remote management to see how it works. We install URL rewrite. We install the certification. We update the machine. And we discover that it's 100% compatible with our system. On the second phase, we try to move forward and integrate this process to our integration continuum. So we made a few changes on our code, on our solution, integrated the code, the build process with MS Build, and tried to do everything in one step. We compile the solution, we create a Docker image, we configure the Docker image, we put the system inside in, and live to go. That's what I try to show you now. This is our system, a sample of our student portal running on our one-off container. This a few features of our system, but is already running on container. As we can see, we are running on port HTTP and HTTPX, and that's it. Now I'm going to destroy this container and try to recreate all the process again. And this is our image that we create during the process. Okay, after that, I have the almost brand new host. The same host that I select on the Azure Marketplace and put to run. I have nothing configured over there. I have only the images that I can download from the store and all the stuff. When I select my build process, which is the same file that I shown on PowerPoint, I will compile the solution, change. This is a little workaround that we need to do because we need to replace our web config, our current web config, to the create one. And that's one of the points we need to change in the future because we need to move some configuration to the database. We need to move some configuration to the process of the build. We need to make some rearrange over there. Create an image, create a container, configure the container, and put this container running. So during this process, we start to create the whole solution. Think on that. Imagine the process where the developer team, after finish one build, he can start the process to deploy this for all the servers and the Docker, the Kubernetes, and all the stuff that you need. While they running, I would like to show you the other phase. In the third phase, the phase that we are now, we are evolution the best scenario and solution for load balance, fault tolerance, and costs. We are now trying Kubernetes, but we already discovered that for better use of Kubernetes and this solution, we need to make some other changes on our code. We need to rearrange some folders, some some parts of our code, because specifically in our case, in the student portal, there are folders that the student uploads some files, there are folders that students submit some information. We need to put that on external storage. And with this little part of code, we can submit to Azure, and the Azure create everything for us. If we are running this code, the Azure create all these objects. They create a cluster for us. They create all the network objects. They create Kubernetes. They prepare Kubernetes and leave every object able to run and put our pods and our containers live to go. This link over here, we are running on Kubernetes. We are balancing between two pods. It's the same process that we can run, and we can see the pods that is only two pods running at this moment. You can scale for more. You can destroy other ones. It's completely managed for Kubernetes. And these are the server running. At this point, our script before, is configuring our IaaS. As I said, they are now install ASP.NET, create an image from ASP.NET, create our folder on the IaaS, install some features that we need for our specific solution to running under IaaS. And still running. This is our part of our code, and where we learn that we need to change. It's clear for us that to get all the benefits of the containers, we need to think and change some parts of the code. So it's compatible now, but I can run it better than I just put my code as now running on the solution. Currently, all our stage versions, homologation versions, is already running on containers. Our production version is still not running on containers. We need to make those changes that I said before. But we are in the path to pretend to move our production environment in July 18, next July, to running everything on containers. We see benefits to running on that. For this pilot project, we do not change anything yet. We just map all the parts of the code. We just make sure that containers, that Docker running on 2016 is compatible with our regular solution, default solution. But we already know what we need to do. The second point that we start to study is to move our process lifecycle to TFS. TFS will resolve many of the problems that we have now. TFS pretends to help us and create this whole process. We need to create a lot of scripts to work around, to make sure that our code running and create the containers. TFX supposed to do this everything this for us much more easily, and that's one of the things that we are studying right now. Move our developer process to running everything inside the TFS. And we need to optimize our solution, create more APIs, and the main thing for our scenario is to create external storage to get our files and the student files. At this time, the script is still running, and after we discover this step by step. After we change some configuration on IIS, we need to restart RIS, and before that, we need to enable remote management, and only after that, we can install the SSL and all the configuration. We are use URL rewrite for some redirection point and pretend to resolve some of SQL injection, create some layers above that. The image is not finished yet. Sorry? Yes. I'm sorry, I can't read.
Why would you use on-prem TFS rather than VSTS for your next page?
Because of the cost over now, we still try to figure out, because we're already running everything on open source. I need to move to TFS. We try if we use TFS online or TFS on premise, the cost about this, but we studied the options. And finish. The image is already created, and is already running. This is the process that we have now. Every day we have a new version, we have a new stage version, homologation version, and our developers deploy directly on containers, directly on the Azure. And we're working fine until now, but it's not mature enough to run on the production. We know that we need to improve this process, and we know that learn a lot, especially on Kubernetes. And this is our case, and that I would like to share with you. If anyone have any question, I'm glad to help. See, yes.
So in this case, your build took longer because you were trying to do everything from scratch.
Yes.
To show us, right?
Uh-huh.
But in reality, you could have built an image.
Yes.
That doesn't change. And then you just deploy the application on it?
The question is, in our environment, we have an image that does not change. In this phase, we select to change build on every time, because we do not would like to be responsible to update the Windows, update the core Windows every time, because it's too fast. So every time we need to deploy a new container version, we download the version from storage, the centralized storage of Microsoft, update this version, and configure everything. It's too fast. So we do not decide right now to create our image and just update that image. Every time we do the whole thing. Any more questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Question.